into your Studio 4.1. So we're going to start with some roll downs, just really releasing out the whole body, shoulders down, tucking the chin, slowly rolling down vertebra by vertebra, letting those arms hang heavy, taking a breath in. On the breath out, pull that belly button in, slowly rolling all the way up, vertebra by vertebra, until the shoulders come back up into position and then head down. Good, so rolling all the way down. Just breathing, letting everything hang heavy, drawing the belly button in, rolling up, shoulders back into position before head and neck. Just a couple more like this. To release out, breathing out, pulling that belly button in, rolling all the way up, shoulders back up into position. And last time, rolling all the way down, breathing in, breathing out, drawing in, pulling up, stacking the spine up vertebra by vertebra until you're standing tall. So we're going to go into our Pilates flow movement. So our feet are hips a distance apart, shoulders down by our sides. Going to take it up into a balance. So just take the heels up off the mat, take them down, forward stretch, really try and get that straight back and release. And coming down into a crouch, take a breath in. On the breath out, push through those heels, pulling in, rolling all the way up. Brilliant. Drawing forwards, releasing down into crouch. Breathing in, breathing out. Drawing in. We're just going to do 3 more, just a warm-up. Drawing long, releasing down into that crouch position. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing through, drawing up. And 2. Last time. And sit down. Coming into crouch. Really stretching long through the back of the legs. Drawing up, vertebra by vertebra. Good. So we're going to go into our Pilates plank series. So it starts off just with a normal roll down. So prepare, pulling that belly button in and pelvic floor lifting up. We roll down. Going to take it nice and slow to start off with. Bending the knees if you need to. Take one hand. 1, 2, 3. Tuck the pelvis and bring that chest slightly forward, pushing back with the heels. Just holding this plank here, breathing in. 1, 2, 3. Good. Take the knees down, and we want to just cross the hands, cross the feet, and we're going to tuck the pelvis and bring the chest a little bit more forward, trying to get a nice straight position here. Elbows towards the ribs, push up. And again, towards the ribs, push up. Last time, push up. Good, take it back up into that plank position. Breathing in, breathing out. Walk back. 1, 2, 3. Belly button draws in. 1, 2, and 3. Good. So we're going to do it a couple more times, just like this, rolling down. Good. Taking one hand. 1 and 2. 3, tucking that pelvis, bringing that chest forwards, really pulling the mat apart with those hands, breathing in and breathing out. In and out. In and out. Good. Take that knee, those knees down, cross the legs. So from this position, we want to tuck the pelvis, bringing the chest forwards, still getting that kind of long position with the back. Elbows come in towards the ribs. Breathe out, push up. And 2. And 3. Take it back up. Breathing in, breathing out, take it back. 1, 2, 3. Draw all the way up. 1, 2, 3. And again, down 1, 2, 3. Hands out. 1, 2, 3. Bring us up to that plank. Breathing in and out. In and out. Knees down. Cross the legs. Bring yourself through. Take it down. 2, 3. Bring it back up. Pushing through those heels slightly. Beaming the chest. Drawing it in. 1, 2, 3. Rolling all the way up. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do it one more time. And rolling it down. 2, 3. Hands out. 1, 2, 3. Tuck that pelvis, bring the chest forwards, push through the back of the heels. Breathing. 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 Breathing out, good. Now, knees down, bring yourself into that push-up position, breathing in, breathing out. So remember, it's not about how low you go, it's about the control. Up, draw it in, 1, 2, 3, roll it all the way up, 1, 2, 3, good. So we're going to stretch out a little, taking it all the way down, bringing our hands out, keeping that chest high, and just sit back into the pelvis a little bit. So you're getting a stretch through the back of the body and through the back of the legs. We're going to pedal, just releasing out any tension in the legs. Breathing in, breathing out. Take both heels up, keep that pelvis high, keep that belly button drawn in. Just push down with both heels, just stretch out through the back of the legs. And again, just pedal, breathing in, breathing out, and push both down, drawing the pelvis up high, breathing in, breathing out. Good, bring it down to your knees and bring yourself over to your back. So from here, we're going to start with our feet hip socket distance apart. Nice tall spine here. So the whole first part of this movement is all about the very lower part of our spine, okay? So we're thinking about really tucking the pelvis and drawing it up. So it's a tilt back and a lift up. So tuck and lift. Tuck, lift. So arms out, we tuck, take it down about halfway. Take a breath in. On the breath out, squeeze through the belly button to sit tall, tall, tall. So rolling it back. Getting that tuck first. Breathing in, breathing out. And nice and tall. Take it down for 3. Keep your shoulders down away from the ears. Squeezing the belly button in. Just nice and tall. So it's really about getting that C curve. You don't want to go straight back, because that's going to put a lot of work and effort and energy into the lower back, and if the core's not quite strong enough, that's where you feel kind of the tension in the lower back build. Do one last time like this for me, tucking, rolling halfway back, breathing in, breathing out, squeezing through, and tall. Good. Now we're going to twist it. So we take it halfway down, we stay here. All we think about here is drawing one arm back to look at that elbow, twisting, and bring it back into center. Belly button pulls in as we lift up tall. So we tuck again, taking it about halfway down. Take the other arm to the side and back to center, drawing that belly button in to sit tall. Good. Rolling halfway back. Open. Center. Drawing in and up. Good. And roll it. Towards. Center. Drawing all the way up. 2 more on each side. Okay. Keep that belly button drawn in all the time. Lift, tuck, forward roll. Open, center, drawing all the way up. Last time each side. Open, center, drawing in and up. And roll halfway down. Pause. Center, drawing all the way up to sit nice and tall. And just place your hands behind you and just give yourself a bit of a stretch back. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. So before we go into our next exercise, we're going to do a little bit of pelvic clocking. So from here, we are going to stand on our knees, so kneel up, and our belly button is drawn in. So just go into kind of a natural pose with the back, okay, as if you were standing tall. And you notice that you've got a slight curve in the very lower part of the back. So in any movement when we're rolling back just to the word, or in other movements like roll up or rolling like a ball, what's vital is to really be able to isolate that pelvis to move and to tilt and rotate, okay? So what we're going to do here is we are going to think about this pelvis, draw the belly button in, and then from this kind of slightly angled position, we're going to bring it into center, so a small little tuck, small little drawing of that pelvic floor, and then we're going to increase it even more, so we're kind of pushing through that pelvis, getting those legs involved as well, and taking it back to center, and then release. So if we imagine it like a box that you're holding in your hands, slightly tilted, back to center, and tucked, okay? Center, and back. So tucked, forwards, center, tucked. Okay. Do a couple more. Just really getting that curve in the spine, and notice how my chest isn't moving really. I'm isolating it all in the abs and in the pelvis. So it's using muscles, but it's also really increasing the movement in that pelvis and getting the body to just recognise, okay, this is where I'm going to be, right there when we're doing roll-ups or roll-downs, okay? So one more time. So we're going to take it back, centre, tuck, and release it all the way back. Separate your knees out slightly, hands down, just stretch back, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and out, in and out. Good. Coming back up into that seated position now, we're going to go into our rolling like a ball. So we're going to be using that pelvic tuck. So if we think about sitting really tall, this is our pelvis in that middle position. Okay, so it's right in the centre, it's right here in neutral. We want to tuck it forwards. So we tuck the very lower part of our back, still keeping it all open up here, but we've got that tuck, okay? So we tuck it down. Slightly pull in with the belly button, so we're curving our backs just a little bit more, okay? So from the original tuck, think about scooping that belly button in. Take one leg up to kind of a nearly a 90-degree angle, and the other leg comes up to it. So this in itself is a really good challenge because it's a balance. It's also getting those leg muscles working. It's drawing the abs in to hold us and hold that balance. But what we're going to do is we're going to think about that tuck and we're going to kind of push it forwards with the abs, slightly rolling back, keeping that curved spine until we get up and find that balance. So slightly tucking the pelvis, trying to keep those legs as still as possible while arching the back. So if you do this with a flat back, you'll most likely end up kind of here, and it's going to be really hard work to bring yourself up. So that curl and that tuck is all you need to give you that movement, and the abs do the rest of the work. So we're going to do just a couple more, just experimenting. It's okay if you don't get it straight away. It takes practice, and it also is mainly about that curve in the spine. 2 more. Last one. Good, take the legs down and draw it all the way down to lie flat on your back. From here, we're going to take the knee up to a tabletop position, drawing circles, opening out that hip, keeping the other hip and leg as stable as you can, so it is still drawing these abs in. And we're just drawing circles and rotating around those hips. Breathing in, breathing out. So still having a slight little curve in the lower part of the back. Drawing the pelvic floor in. Bring the belly button in towards the spine. And trying to isolate all of that movement to that leg. So reverse it now. Take it around. Let's do 4 more. And bring it round, over, 4 more, 3, 2, relax your shoulders, and 1, and all the way around, quick cuddle in, breathing in, breathing out. Take that leg down, take the other leg up to that 90 degree, and again we're going to open out. So if you find that when you're opening out quite a lot you kind of lift up on the other side, just reduce it a little bit more. So get that control first, and then the flexibility kind of comes with practice. But if you start off just by trying to get the biggest movement possible, then the control and the technique isn't there. So it requires some patience sometimes, but you'll get that. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it round to the other side, opening out, around, up. That belly button drawn in. That is your power source for this. Not in the legs. This is where you draw all of that energy up. We do 4 more. 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. Give yourself a cuddle in. Just breathing in, breathing out. Stretching out the leg. Breathing in. Good. Next we're going to take our hands and our arms and place them just underneath the side of the body with our hands underneath our glutes. We've got a bit of a stable base here. Take one leg up to 90 degrees, keeping that belly button drawn in. Other leg comes up to meet it and they're kind of glued together here. Okay? So we're going to breathe in and bring the knees up slightly. On the breath out, we take the knees out to the side, around, out to the other side, up, and back into centre. So we take it up, take it to the other side, around to the side, drawing around to the side, up and back to centre. Okay? So breathing in, breathing out, take it around, down, keeping that belly button in, and centre, up, around, down, around and centre. So we're going to make it a little bit quicker in that power of going all around. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In and out. In in. Last one each side. Breathe in. In. Good. Well done. Take the legs down. Stretch it all the way up, all the way away from you. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just release any tension. Breathing in. In and out. In and out. Good. Take the arms down to the side. So from here we're going to go into some of our chest lifts. So our hands are just underneath the back of our head, and I want you just to focus on the abs for a minute. So when we talk about the Pilates abs, we're not just talking about these external abs, okay? There's the six-pack abs. We are thinking about that band of muscle that goes all the way from the front, round to the side, all the way to the back, okay? So it protects all of our organs, it protects our spine. And for this exercise, I want you to imagine pulling in that belly button to the spine, pulling the pelvic floor up to meet the belly button, but still managing to keep that lower back slightly curved, okay? So you've got this setup of muscles all around that are strong and stable. It's a little bit like imagining that your torso is like, well, the bottom half of your torso is a box and it's your weight here, okay? Isolate it and it stays strong. We're going to hinge from the hips with our hands just underneath the lower parts of our heads. Breathing in, breathing out, we're going to hinge and lift that head, neck and chest up, keeping the belly button drawn in, breathing in as we come down. So the belly button is always drawing in, we don't release it. all we're doing is tucking from just underneath the ribs and lengthening down. The elbows aren't helping us in any way. The head is back into the hands. So you want to avoid kind of bringing yourself up and straining your neck here. Think about right from underneath the ribs, that's where the first part of the movement starts and the last bit of the movement ends. Breathing in and lengthening. Good, we've got 5 more. And 4. Keep that belly button in. 3. Last couple. And 2. And 1. Draw it in. Bring it up and give yourself a really good cuddle. Breathing in. Breathing out. It's the other way, breathing in, breathing out. And we're going to bring the legs up one more time to go into our Pilates 100. So again, just keep that feeling of that anchor here, okay? That strong pull in and pull up. Our hands come to the side of our legs, taking a breath in, the breath out. We look up towards the inner part of our thigh, so just slightly tuck the chin here. Arms come long. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. And in, and up. And in, and up. In, and up. And in, and up. Halfway, and up. And in, and up. 2 more, and out, and in, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, give yourselves a cuddle in, bring the legs around, over to one side, and just look the opposite direction to get a bit of a stretch out for the back, breathing in, breathing out, really releasing down in through the shoulders, breathing in, breathing out. Good. Now take the legs up and over to the other side. So looking in the opposite direction. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. Good. Take it up, and we're going to bring it all the way up and around onto our fronts. So, I'm going to start by creating a diamond with our hands, and we're going to place that just on the mat with our arms out, so that it's wide enough for us to relax the shoulders down. We bring the forehead to that diamond shape, and we pull the belly button in, slightly tucking down, so I'm pushing the hips into the mat. And think about really lengthening long through the spine. So your spine is starting right down here, and it's lengthening all the way up through the top of your head and away. We're going to take a breath in. Putting that belly button in, pushing slightly down in the hips. Breathing out, we're going to draw the shoulders back down the body, drawing the head away and slightly lifting up, and breathing in, drawing it back down. So breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, drawing all the way down the back. Keeping the forehead always in line with that mat. Three more. a little bit of pressure into those arms as well, just to help lift up. Last one. Shoulders down the back and in. Good. Take the arms down by your sides now. And we're going to do the same kind of setup. So our belly button is drawn in and we're slightly pushed down into the mat. But this time the movement's going to start with the arms. So we're going to keep our head down onto the mat and our arms are long down by our sides. Taking a breath in, on the breath out we're going to reach towards our toes, really reaching long, shoulders down the back, breathing in, taking it down. Breathing out. And out. And in. Out. And in. Two more. In. Last time. And draw it in. Well done. Take your hands to the side. Just stretch up. Get a little bit of a stretch in the back here. Breathing in, breathing out. Taking the knees out to the side. Keep the feet together. And sit back into those knees. Just releasing any tension in the back of the body. Breathing in. Breathing out. In and out. In and out. Bring it all the way up. And you guys are done. As always, let me know if you've managed to squeeze your extra workout in this week. Either send me a message on Facebook or tag me in Instagram. And if you have 5 minutes, why not give rolling like a ball a little bit more practice? See you next time.